So I don't know, it was many years ago. I used to belong to a gym, and one of the members at the gym was a famous basketball player named Steve Nash,
Mhm.
and
Well, yeah,
yeah, so played for the Phoenix Suns and went to the Lakers, right?
one
Well,
of the best point guards ever.
oh, incredible player, right? So him and I would end up in the steam room sometimes at the right time, and we would just kind of talk. And in the steam room, actually,
That's awesome.
they had a you could shave, like they had these like fogless mirrors in the steam room, so you could shave real nice and easy, right? So one day, him and I are standing in our own sinks, and we're just shaving together and just kind of having a chat. And I just asked him, like, so, I watched. Obviously, I'm a Suns fan. I'm like, I see you in these clutch moments where you have to like do a free throw or something, right? And I'm like, how do you mentally prepare yourself for that? And he said something very interesting to me. He goes, at the end of the day, he's like, I got my family, got my friends. He's like, worst case scenario, I miss. So what? I'll have another opportunity down the road to take another shot. And so when he said that to me, and this is a guy who I've seen take many. You've seen him too, like
He's one of
clutch
the
free
best free
throws.
throw shooters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when he said that, like at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter. He's like, it's basketball. Like what matters is my family, my health, that type of thing, right? That's kind of the way I look at things now, which is just like you really almost can't take things too seriously because almost like a little bit of a dark side, which is like in 50 years I'm going to be dead anyway. Like everything that we win or lose at in this life is just not going to matter. I mean, I look at the Rick guy who wrote me that check, right? Very successful investor, entrepreneur, and stuff like that, and I used to always kind of give him a little bit of shit because he had this Ferrari and the license plate on the Ferrari was time to enjoy. Except I never saw him enjoy it because he was always busy just managing all the properties he owned and this type of thing. And it's just like all that I never went with him like when he passed away. So everything that like we had a long conversation about this too. And it's just like I just now realize in my life, I'm 46 years old and like I just try not to take life so seriously. Like I really try my best, no matter how stressful I am, and no matter what I'm dealing with. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to deal with this. I know the wall's there, or I might be even hitting the wall at some points, right?
Mm.
But I'm just going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it to the best of my ability, and as long as I have my wife and my family and my friends, it's gonna whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
You got everything you need.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, if it's not going to work, it's just not going to work. And no matter how much you will it to work, not just in business, just life in general. Like I always explain to people that like life is like a river and it's like you're on a tube and yeah, you can maneuver around some boulders here and there, right? But at the end of the day, like life is taking you in a direction that you don't know where it's going to end up. And in many ways, it's completely out of your control outside of small maneuvers here and there. And I think that's just kind of the way I get through life now, which is even in the hard moments that this won't kill us. We'll figure out a
Make us
way out of
stronger.
this. We'll make us stronger.